Welcome to the AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner Prepcast, where we guide you through everything you need to know for your certification exam. Whether you're just starting or looking to refine your knowledge, this course will set you up for success. Brought to you by baremetalcyber.com. Let's get started. Managing costs in the cloud is just as important as managing technology. AWS makes this easier by providing a set of billing and cost management tools that help organizations track spending, plan budgets, and optimize usage. For the AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner exam, knowing these tools is essential. But more importantly, they offer real-world value by giving businesses visibility and control over their cloud finances. Without these tools, it would be easy to lose track of expenses and overspend. Understanding how to use them ensures that cloud adoption remains cost-effective, predictable, and aligned with business goals. The AWS Billing Dashboard is the starting point for managing costs. It provides a central view of account charges, payment history, and usage summaries. From the dashboard, customers can access other tools, such as budgets or Cost Explorer. It is designed to be user-friendly, giving administrators quick insight into where money is going. For example, a team lead can log into the billing dashboard and immediately see if monthly costs are trending higher than expected. Think of it as the financial cockpit for AWS. It provides the overview and directs you to detailed instruments for deeper analysis. Cost Explorer takes the analysis further by providing detailed visual reports. It allows customers to break down spending by service, time period, or even by tags. For example, you can compare how much is being spent on EC2 versus S3, or view how costs have changed over the past 6 months. Cost Explorer also highlights trends, helping customers identify where costs are rising unexpectedly. This tool is not just about reviewing bills. It's about understanding patterns and making informed decisions. On the exam, you should know that Cost Explorer is the primary tool for analyzing historical and current spending. AWS Budgets is a proactive tool that allows organizations to set financial targets and receive alerts when they are exceeded. For example, a company might set a monthly budget of $10,000 for development environments. If usage approaches 80% of that amount, AWS Budgets can send a notification. This gives administrators time to investigate and make changes before costs spiral. Unlike Cost Explorer, which looks at the past, Budgets looks forward, providing accountability and control. For the exam, remember that Budgets is all about setting thresholds and staying within financial limits. Consolidated billing is another key feature, especially for companies with multiple AWS accounts. With consolidated billing, all accounts under an AWS organization share one bill. This makes payments simpler and also unlocks savings because usage across accounts is combined to qualify for volume discounts. For example, if one department uses 500 hours of compute and another uses 700, the organization pays for 200 hours at a lower blended rate. Consolidated billing reduces administrative overhead while delivering financial benefits. For businesses running at scale, it is a must-have feature for efficient cost management. The Cost and Usage Report, or CAR, provides the most detailed billing data available in AWS. It delivers granular information about every resource used, down to the hour or request. While it can be overwhelming in raw form, CAR data can be exported into analytics tools for deeper insights. This makes it a favorite for finance teams that need precise records for auditing or chargebacks. Think of the CAR as the itemized receipt for everything in AWS. For exam preparation, remember that the CUR provides the most comprehensive level of cost detail available. Reserved instance reporting is built into AWS billing tools to help customers track the value of their commitments. When organizations purchase reserved instances, they want to know if they are being fully utilized. AWS provides reports that show usage, coverage, and potential savings. This helps decision-makers confirm that they are getting the expected benefits. If reserved instances are underused, the reports highlight the gap so adjustments can be made. For companies managing long-term commitments, this reporting ensures financial efficiency and reduces waste. Similarly, savings plan recommendations are available to guide customers toward the best cost-saving opportunities. Based on past usage, AWS analyzes patterns and suggests savings plans that could lower costs. For example, if a business consistently spends a certain amount on EC2, AWS might recommend a one-year savings plan to reduce the bill. These recommendations remove guesswork, helping customers commit wisely. While the exam won't ask you to interpret actual recommendations, it will expect you to know that AWS offers tools to suggest optimal pricing strategies. Billing alerts using CloudWatch give customers real-time awareness of expenses. By setting alarms, organizations can be notified when charges exceed certain thresholds. This is similar to how budgets works, but CloudWatch can provide more immediate monitoring. For example, if costs suddenly spike due to an unexpected workload, CloudWatch can alert administrators within minutes. This quick feedback allows corrective action before costs get out of hand. On the exam, keep in mind that CloudWatch is not just for performance. It can also monitor billing. Trusted Advisor provides another layer of insight, including checks for cost optimization. While it is often discussed in the context of security or performance, Trusted Advisor also highlights unused or underutilized resources. For example, it might flag idle load balancers or unattached storage volumes that still incur costs. These insights allow customers to clean up waste and save money. Trusted Advisor acts like a financial coach, pointing out areas where resources are not being used effectively. For the exam, remember that Trusted Advisor covers multiple areas, including cost efficiency. Tagging strategies are critical for cost allocation and accountability. By assigning tags to resources, organizations can track spending by project, team, or environment. For example, tagging all resources used by the marketing department ensures their costs can be separated from engineering. This prevents confusion and helps managers see exactly where money is going. Without tags, costs are harder to assign, and departments may dispute responsibility. On the exam, tagging is presented as a best practice for both governance and financial clarity. Granular reporting provides organizations with the detail they need to make smart decisions. Instead of a vague monthly bill, AWS offers breakdowns by service, region, and even resource type. This level of detail empowers teams to spot inefficiencies and optimize usage. For example, a company might discover that most of its costs come from data transfer rather than storage, leading them to adopt a content delivery network like CloudFront. The ability to dive deep into reports turns raw data into actionable insights. For exam purposes, know that AWS provides tools for both high-level and detailed reporting. Finally, cost optimization should be seen as an ongoing practice rather than a one-time effort. Just as performance tuning and security monitoring never end, financial efficiency requires continuous attention. Workloads evolve, usage changes, and new services are launched. Organizations that regularly review their billing data, adjust commitments, and adopt recommendations maintain control of their costs. For the exam, expect to see cost optimization framed as a core benefit of the cloud. In real life, it is what separates organizations that thrive in the cloud from those that struggle with unexpected bills. For more cyber-related content and books, please check out cyberauthor.me. Also, there are other prepcasts on cybersecurity and more at baremetalcyber.com. Service-specific billing is one of the most practical aspects of AWS cost management. Each AWS service has its own pricing model, and customers need to understand the key drivers for the services they use most often. For example, EC2 charges based on instance type and usage hours, S3 charges based on storage class and requests, and CloudFront charges for data transfer through edge locations. By looking at billing data for each service, customers can see exactly which ones account for the bulk of their expenses. This helps organizations focus optimization efforts where they will have the greatest impact. Managing unpredictable workloads is another challenge where billing tools play a vital role. Some businesses see seasonal spikes in usage, such as retail companies during holiday shopping seasons. Others may have workloads that grow unexpectedly as demand increases. AWS tools like Budgets and Cost Explorer help organizations prepare for these shifts by monitoring usage trends and setting alerts. Instead of being surprised by higher bills, teams can plan in advance and adjust their pricing models, such as mixing on-demand with reserved or spot capacity. This proactive management keeps unpredictable workloads from turning into financial problems. Budget alerts provide accountability across teams. When each department or project is assigned a budget, AWS budgets can notify them if they are nearing their limits. This creates ownership, encouraging teams to manage their own usage responsibly. For example, a development team might receive an alert when their test environment exceeds $1,000 in a month. This prompts them to shut down unused servers or adjust configurations. Budget alerts align technical decisions with financial responsibility. On the exam, expect to see AWS budgets linked with accountability and proactive cost management. Forecasting costs with Cost Explorer is another key feature. By analyzing historical data, Cost Explorer projects future expenses based on trends. This helps organizations anticipate costs and align them with business budgets. For example, if storage usage has been growing steadily, Cost Explorer can forecast when it will double, allowing the finance team to plan ahead. Forecasting supports long-term strategy and reduces financial surprises. On the exam, remember that Cost Explorer is the tool for visualizing costs, analyzing usage, and predicting future spending based on patterns. Blended rates and consolidated billing are another concept worth noting. When multiple accounts are combined under consolidated billing, AWS averages costs across them to create a blended rate. This often results in lower prices because discounts apply to total usage rather than individual accounts. For example, if one account uses little capacity and another uses a lot, the combined total might qualify for a volume discount that benefits both. Blended rates make consolidated billing financially attractive, especially for large organizations with diverse workloads. Enterprise billing strategies take advantage of the full suite of AWS financial tools. Large organizations often set up multiple accounts for different business units, use consolidated billing to combine charges, and apply tagging for detailed cost allocation. They rely on budgets for accountability, Cost Explorer for insights, and the cost and usage report for auditing. Some enterprises even integrate AWS billing data into their internal financial systems. For these organizations, billing is not just about paying the bill, it's about aligning cloud usage with corporate strategy. The exam may touch on this concept at a high level. AWS Marketplace billing is another consideration. When customers purchase third-party software or services through the AWS Marketplace, those costs are included in their AWS bill. This simplifies payments, since everything appears in one place, but it also means customers must monitor marketplace spending along with their AWS resources. Marketplace offerings can range from security software to analytics tools, and their costs can add up quickly. For exam purposes, know that AWS Marketplace charges are consolidated into the AWS billing system, providing transparency but also requiring oversight. Data transfer reporting is another important part of billing management. Since data transfer can be a major cost driver, AWS provides detailed reporting on how and where data moves. Customers can see charges for data moving between regions, out to the internet, or through services like CloudFront. This visibility allows organizations to identify and control high-cost data flows. For example, a company might discover that moving data between regions is more expensive than storing it closer to users. Reporting on data transfer ensures that businesses can make informed choices about architecture and cost control. Combining billing data with business intelligence tools allows organizations to gain even deeper insights. The cost and usage report can be exported to services like Amazon Athena or Redshift, where it can be queried and analyzed alongside other business data. This enables advanced reporting, such as comparing cloud spending with customer growth or marketing campaigns. By integrating billing data with business intelligence, organizations treat cloud costs not just as an expense to monitor, but as a strategic factor to optimize. This practice connects technical operations with overall business performance. On the exam, expect questions that test your familiarity with billing tools. You may be asked which tool provides detailed reports, which service sets spending thresholds, or which feature combines multiple accounts into one bill. The focus will not be on memorizing prices, but on recognizing the right tool for each scenario. Knowing the differences between Cost Explorer, budgets, the billing dashboard, and the cost and usage report is essential. These concepts often appear in questions designed to test practical understanding of AWS's financial management capabilities. Billing Insight also supports governance, the process of managing cloud resources responsibly across an organization. By linking billing data to governance policies, businesses ensure that usage aligns with budgets, compliance rules, and organizational goals. For example, a policy might require all resources to be tagged with a department name for cost allocation. Governance ensures cloud adoption is structured and sustainable rather than chaotic. The exam highlights governance as a key benefit of billing tools, reinforcing the idea that financial management is part of responsible cloud use. A real-world case illustrates the value of cost management. Imagine a startup that begins with only a handful of servers. As it grows, it launches dozens of new workloads without monitoring costs. Suddenly, its monthly bill triples, threatening its financial stability. By adopting tools like Budgets, Cost Explorer, and Trusted Advisor, the company gains visibility, identifies waste, and shifts to more efficient pricing models. Costs come under control, and growth continues smoothly. This scenario shows why billing tools are not just optional extras. They are essential for sustainable cloud adoption. Finally, cost transparency plays a major role in cloud adoption overall. When organizations can see exactly where their money is going, they build trust in the cloud model. Transparent billing shows that AWS is not hiding costs, but empowering customers to manage them actively. This confidence encourages deeper adoption and broader use of cloud services. For exam preparation, remember that transparency is a guiding principle of AWS billing. For practice, know that visibility into costs helps organizations align technology investments with business outcomes, ensuring the cloud delivers on its promise of efficiency and innovation. As we conclude this episode, remember that billing and cost management tools are not just about paying bills. They are about control, strategy, and long-term success. By mastering these tools, organizations can track every dollar, predict future expenses, and make smart decisions about cloud adoption. For the exam, recognize the major tools and their purposes. For real life, know that using them effectively prevents surprises and maximizes value. Cost management is at the heart of responsible cloud computing, and AWS gives you everything you need to succeed. That concludes today's episode of the AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner Prepcast. Be sure to tune in for the next episode and visit us online at baremetalcyber.com or cyberauthor.me for more resources, including news, mailing lists, YouTube videos, podcasts, and much more.